Hey guys, Mike here with No Bull YouTube channel page. What I want to talk a little bit about is getting started with swim baits 101. You're brand new at swim baits. What do I need to do to get started? And so here's some tips and advice that I can give you. To do this video, I had to force myself to go back in time, almost 20 years, when I first started throwing swim baits. I remember some of the mental roadblocks that I encountered, and I wanted to share them with you so that you can see that I can relate to some of the mental roadblocks that you may have. So a little bit backstory here is my first commercial swim bait was a musky jitterbug in the Lucky Craft, California, if you can remember that far back when they first came out with a swim bait. Some of you guys might remember those days. I remember trying to cast them, and they felt like literal bowling balls. Little 2-ounce baits were bowling balls to me at one time, you know. Everybody starts there, you know. Nothing to be embarrassed about, nothing to be ashamed about. Somebody has to start somewhere. So that is where I started at. I was overwhelmed with the size of the bait, and so was my equipment. And those were the early days with me throwing swim baits. Some of the tips that I started off with, I would suggest everybody to start off with a 5 or 6 inch swim bait. It's small enough where you can throw it on your regular bass equipment, regular reel, regular rod, regular line. Try to use equipment you already have, as parabolic as you can have with the rod. Flip and stick may not be ideal, but if that is all you have, then so be it. That's fine. That gets you started, that gets you on the water, and that gets you on the road to start catching your first swim bait fish. Get some confidence in it before investing in some swim bait equipment. 17-pound mono, 20-pound mono, great starting point. Close your eyes and pretend your bait is your favorite topwater or chatterbait. Don't get overwhelmed by the size of the bait. Just concentrate on throwing it. You have to trust me on this, okay? Bass eat baits like this every day. This is normal for us for them. What we've been brainwashed in thinking is that a crankbait or a chatterbait or a small jerkbait or anything is normal size. And for smaller fish, it is normal size. But big fish eat these bigger stuff, and you'll find out more as you get down this rat hole. But throw your baits in the same areas you would your topwater or your chatterbait. In fact, if they're eating topwater, that's the perfect time and area to throw swim baits to get confidence in them. The idea is to get a couple of bites under your belt, and that gives you some confidence that, hey, this is something I can do, this is something I can work with. Hey, this isn't as hard as it looks. The recipe for disaster is trying to gain confidence when the bite is tough, summertime, when you're not doing good. You know, when things are slow, that's usually not the time you really want to throw it. You want to throw it in spring, fall, when your topwater bite is full bore, when they're really biting something. Put down what you're throwing and start throwing a swim bait a little bit, especially if they're shallow. Hard baits are great baits for fishing shallow. Swim bait is not a magic pill. It's not going to save a bad fishing trip, but it absolutely can if you know when to use it and how to use it. If you allow me, I'd gladly be your online video mentor, but if you've got someone that is accomplished in fishing bigger baits, ask him or her for help. They can help you progress very fast. Be open to new ideas and try different things. Be open-minded, and what I mean by open-minded, different styles. We have glide baits, we have topwater swim baits, we have multi-segments, we have crankdowns, we have rods, we have wake baits, we have bluegill, we have, you know, be open to any of those. The worst thing that I hate to have people say is it's not my style. You have to be versatile in order to be a successful fisherman. Whether you're a tournament angler or whether you just want to catch fish, you may have to try something that you don't want to fish with in order to get bit. But sometimes you have to be versatile and know when to change baits. It's just like commercial fishing. Different baits have different usages. Different tools have different usages. It's totally normal to feel out of your comfort zone. I was there at one time and continue to push myself to learn new things. In fact, I pushed myself on throwing 11-inch baits to now throwing 14-inch baits. It was definitely an eye-opener for me. 11-inch baits now feel small now that I've thrown the 14 quite a bit. That's the power of being open to trying new things. We are all students of the game, including myself. To this very day, I'm learning, always trying to learn something different. The minute that you stop learning is when you're going to stop growing as an angler. Everyone has to start somewhere. Nobody starts off throwing 9-inch swim baits. Start small and gain your confidence. Work your way up to not only bait size, but equipment wise as well. Once you stop being open-minded, your learning stops and you get stale and complacent. Be open to anything. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Remember, get out there and start off with what you have. Don't make it more complicated than it needs to be, and throw these baits in the same areas that you will your conventional baits. Everybody has to start somewhere. Good luck.